After nearly 2 decades in the NBA, our next guest is retiring from pro basketball and pivoting full-time to the world of venture capitalism. Joining us right now is Andre Iguodala. Iggy, 4-time NBA champion, the Golden State Warriors, NBA All-Star, Olympic gold medalist. What haven't you done, Andre? It's great to see you this morning. Congratulations on a pretty remarkable career.
Thank you. Really appreciate you having me on this, AM.
It ain't over, though, because you are taking what you've been doing off the court, the side hustle of sorts that's been going on nearly for almost a decade in your career while you were on the court, and now moving into the venture capital world full time. What is that about? What is that like? And just tell us a little bit about your thinking about retiring to begin with.
Yeah, well, I started, investing 10 years ago. It's been an amazing learning experience for many times, shadowing founders, shadowing VCs, their firms, taking internships. But the schedule started to get a little bit too busy, so decided to step away from the court. The court was actually taking time away from investing, so going full-time investing. And, basketball has helped me being in the business of sports and being media companies has enabled me to understand both sides. But it was time for me to take a step away from the court to fully invest.
So you have a partner, Rudy Klein-Thomas, and you have a fund now, $200 million, if not more, with him called Mosaic. What are you going to be looking for, and what are you going to be trying to do?
Well, we're focused on enterprise, fintech, healthcare, and sports companies. And, over the last 10 years of investing in the space and having some of the best mentors, it's enabled me to learn from them and position myself for the opportunity that's come about with this fund. What we want to focus on is not just backing the best early stage companies, but also being obsessed with changing the way representation of minorities in the industries that we're investing in. So we have many plans to kind of tackle on that initiative.
How important was it for you to be a part of the Warriors? And I ask that in the context of you now being a venture capitalist, given the community that exists around Palo Alto and San Francisco that you were a part of.
Well, this is where it's all happening. Disruption has started here. Some of the best backed companies, all different sectors, software, the SaaS world, been able to learn from some of the best minds, Eric Wan at Zoom, Jennifer Tejada at PagerDuty, so many different folks that I've been able to interact with, Oracle Arena, some of the best, brightest minds being in every single game. And,
and that's how you got into this, right? Because you met a whole bunch of these folks who were in that community at the time, right?
For sure. On the court, at the games, courtside or off the court, being able to interact, like I said before, having an opportunity to, shadow some of these founders and see what they're looking for in the market, the go-to-market strategies and, being a real student of the businesses, and now having an opportunity to take that and, have had the Player Technology Summit, introducing other athletes to the space and trying to be at the head of this investing in the tech world for not just, athletes, but the best up-and-coming founders and CEOs.
So, Andre, the question is your experience replicatable? Meaning, there's part of me that thinks you're a very special unicorn in this ecosystem. But I know there's a lot of players who are constantly asking for advice, saying, how can I get a $200 million fund myself?
Well, it's kind of like golf. You have to be obsessed with it. It's a lot of work that goes into it. We spent our whole lives getting ready for the NBA. You have to have a similar focus in order to be a great tech investor. As they say, you only need one company to hit. But for me, it's bigger than just investing. As I said before, we want to change the way the ecosystem works, how the representation and the participation of minorities haven't been able to exist at the same levels as everyone else. So just getting my foot in the door, but not only want to open the door, but, wedge it open to bring others like myself who haven't had the opportunities, to know what's going on as early as everyone else.
Andre, what's maybe the most interesting thing you've seen, something that's surprised you, something you learned and you thought, okay, this is a company that's doing something really amazing. You got anything you've got your sights on right now?
Well, we got a couple companies. We've already been investing. We got a company like Vessel, who we think is going to be a real disruptor in the real estate industry. We've also got a company named Jump I'm really excited about. It's going to change the way we interact with live events, with ticketing. And coming from the sports world, I'm really excited about that one. A1 is a NFL agency as of right now. We think of it as Agency 2.0. And how we think about athletes. And we got really big plans for there. Not sharing too much on that one, but A1's one.
What about Jump? I mean, that sounds really interesting, especially when you consider some of the pressures that have come on Ticketmasters and some of the others at this point. What would you do differently?
Well, we just see how fans are interacting with their teams and the stadiums a little bit differently from all the data that's going on. You hear about the big plans going on in L.A., with the Clippers and Steve Ballmer and how they have the most restrooms that we've seen. Small things to make that experience a little bit different. As the game goes on further and further, what's available within the arena, how can you get a better experience or change your experience or last minute change. You may not be able to make it to the game, but you can still be able to use that ticket or profit from it at some point with someone else who may be at the game who want to change seats. So we look at Jump as something that's really going to disrupt that business and how it is a B2B platform for teams running.
Hey, Andre, talking about teams, and you now own a bunch, but I know your dream, I think, is maybe to be one of the owners of an NBA team. Do you have your eye on one? I know LeBron would like to own Vegas if it comes up.
Yeah, everyone's having that conversation, and what better way than to finally be in a space where, athletes and the way media rights have gone, they've been able to accumulate this wealth to where they can participate in some of these transactions with ownership in NBA teams. We've been having a lot of these conversations within our communities on the sports and music side. But Michael Jordan has been able to do it, Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, the greats have been able to do it. And I'm very, very sure that LeBron James has his eye on it. But, timing is everything. Obviously, with the new CBA that just came out, a lot of the players seeing opportunities, and we want to take full advantage of it.